So today we are looking at StarLink. I had a video I put out yesterday doing a deep review on UFO gaming and how ultimately I feel it's a scam. I feel it's something that folks shouldn't invest in. And in the comments section, we had JJ Santos. Shout out to you, JJ. Hope you're doing well today. Saying, hey man, review STARL. So that's what we're doing today. We're taking a look at STARL. Now, from a high level, STARL is a metaverse game. They're creating a ecosystem with NFTs that have creatures or people, as well as spacecraft, real estate, character customization, and all that is backed by a virtual economy that revolves around the STARL utility token. And then finally, it's built on ETH, the Ethereum blockchain. Now, they do have what seems to be a NFT marketplace launched, so that's pretty cool. But as we'll see as we dive in deeper here into some of the details off of their website, it is sketchy to say the least. So let's go ahead, let's do that right now. Looking at the white paper, values of the STARL project. STARL simply wants people to have fun, interact with each other freely, have access to opportunities that lead to financial freedom, and work towards the next stage in the evolution of internet and online interaction. Sounds hot. I like it. We have seen poor outcomes when projects are developed in greed that are unsustainable or in deceptive ways. Oof. Bold statement, STARL. Bold statement. So let's go ahead, let's jump into some more information here. So if we look at the STARL token, it was launched, back in July 2021, had a run up and subsequent crash. And then actually, I believe today, when I looked at least earlier this morning, earlier today, it had a little bit of a pump going on. Looks like 1369. Yeah, the volume, interesting. The volume went down, but the price went up. Anyhow, currently the token is available on all these different exchanges, which, by the way, you can pay for. You can pay to have your token listed on an exchange. It isn't a merit badge, meaning that your protocol is actually worth anything. So, yeah, there we go. And that moment, you realize it's a scam. So we're starting here, right here on this team page. All right. So we have the founder, Wolf DeCentra, founder and Solidity developer. Sounds hot. We go over to his Twitter. That's a fair amount of followers, following to people, seems to be tweeting regularly. So that's cool. Seems like it is yet again an anonymous founder. We don't have doxed information on him, which is a massive red flag to me personally. I don't want to invest in anything that doesn't have a doxed founder unless it's Bitcoin. Okay, so we'll take that in stride. Now, the next thing that we had here was this lovely little advisor, Shahid Ahmad. And you can actually pull up Shahid's, You can actually pull up Shahid's LinkedIn, which seems to be real. I don't know for sure, but seems to be real. And just for fun, I snagged Shahid's image and I threw it into a Tiny Eye reverse image search, which came up with these results. It's only ever found this image on Twitter, which is kind of interesting. But I did find some tweets dating back to 2020 where he was talking about shutting down Ultimum UK, which apparently was a project of his. And sure enough, if you go into his work history, Ultimum Games Ltd. So that seems to line up. But I don't think it's going to stay that way. So the next person I went and looked at was Clement L. And something interesting happened. So yesterday, jumping back into JJ Santos. So JJ, if you watch this video, you need to vouch so people don't think I'm making this up. So he asked me to review STARL. I said, I got you, stay tuned. And I did a quick look at that JJ contact. Or excuse me, Clement L contact, right? And at the time, it was, hold on, let's see if I can flip this thing over. And not that one. Is it still back there? Is it still back there? Oh, I have to move it. Hold on. Stay with me now. Don't lose. Hey, there it is. At the time, this was Clement L's picture. Look at Clement. Handsome little devil. But if we go ahead and we pull the page back up. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? No. Oh, it's oddly changed. It's oddly changed to that. And in that comment, I was like, JJ, heads up, I did a reverse search on that guy. And look, it's just a random Shutterstock image that they snipped out of. But today, mysteriously, it's changed. Bum, 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 bum. So, anyhow, jumping forward here, I kind of continued that process. I snagged this image here, also did a reverse Google search, image search, and it popped up as well. Scam. Calling it. I'm calling it right now. How long are we into this video? I don't even have the chat pulled up. I'm sorry, chat, if you're chatting. No one's chatting. All right. I'm calling it a scam right off the bat. So, looking at the detail here, what did they say? They said, how can you help more as a follower of STARL? You know, being fully decentralized, the STARL metaverse is going to require effort and resources to get to where we expect to be. If you feel like helping us, we take donations, but we prefer it in ETH, USDC, or USDT. Weird. Why wouldn't they want donations in STARL? Is it because it's not worth anything? Good stuff. Okay. So we continued through, and I read this whole white paper, by the way. I don't know, this is a deep dive. If you watch any of my videos, I go deep into this stuff. This is kind of where I live and breathe. And yeah. And there's a lot of bad signs. So I went ahead and I pulled up Scott Brown, the metaverse and game development lead. When you click on that, it brings you to this page that does a write-up on a game that he was working on. Reoccurring theme, snag this image, reverse image search. It comes up again. Scam. Calling it a scam. We went ahead, we hopped over to Reddit. They have 2.8 thousand members, 13 of which are online. There's content that's posting here. A lot of it is revolving around price. I think, honestly, it's probably a mix of people who are hopeful that this protocol is actually going to turn into something. People are chasing financial freedom through crypto. They want that next 1000x gem, and they're willing to risk a lot to get it. So I think that's probably a portion of the population, and the rest are probably bots and shills taking advantage of those people. We go ahead and hop over to Lunarcrush. We see that social volume is just pumping with so many more contributors. Overall bullish sentiment. Amazing. Amazing. We'll see as we look at the roadmap later in the video. There's nothing driving that. There's nothing driving that unless it's being paid for, which I think is the case for most of the YouTube videos out there talking about StarLink. And then, of course, we have to talk about the community of STARL being the foundational piece behind the protocol, where really it wouldn't be worth anything without the community. I just think that's funny. That's like what all these kind of meme coins and crap coin shit coins say is like the community is the main driving factor. No, the utility and the technology and the innovation is the driving factor. The community is what helps it stay alive. So there you have it. We also went ahead, we took a look at the tokenomics of the project because it's always interesting to see how they go ahead and they set up the token, right? Are they burning it? Are they distributing it to developers' wallets? How's that all being managed? And so in essence, they went ahead and they mentioned that it's going to be an open project. That there's no venture capital firms that have pre-bought into the token that are going to have a vesting schedule that they can go ahead and dump and sell and crash it on you. They mentioned that, again, that it is built on Ethereum. And if we pull up I'm going to jump around here. King of tabs. Come on, look, who else does this type of research into these things? Just saying. So if we look at the Explorer, actually, I think I have the Explorer right here. Oh, I already have it pulled up. All right, so if we look at the Explorer on the token itself, we see the distribution is relatively fair. What do you have? 26% of the tokens sitting on OKX, and the rest of them, there's no major holder who owns, let's say, over 15%, who can go ahead and just tank and sell once the project pumps and crash on everybody else. But they could do a wash. So the developers could have a token, send it to 100 different wallets at different percentages, at different amounts, and then just kind of still do that rug pull where they sell the protocol on you. But it just seems like it's a whole bunch of different people instead of just one key wallet. Another thing I wanted to mention is they have, let's see, 10,000 million, billion, trillion, 10 trillion total tokens as the max supply, which is a lot of tokens. And then the main utility of this token, if this project were ever to launch, which it's not, my humble opinion, random dude on the internet, it's not launching, would be for players to be able to use it as a form of payment between each other. So to buy, sell, trade, pay for products and goods and services, as well as probably the NFTs on the marketplace. So what else do we have? Hopped into the comment section on the contract, sorted it by newest, because that's how you get the latest, hottest, interesting stuff. People are mentioning the difficulty of trying to sell. You know, they have money in the protocol, but it's built on ETH, so the gas fees you have to pay in order to actually execute the sell are substantial. So he's trying to sell 130 worth of STARL, and it's charging him $87 to do so. Doesn't sound very fun. And there's other folks, I don't have any information on this. Folks are saying that the people behind the protocol stopped working on this and are now working on some music NFT project. And, you know, they're claiming, how can you work on so many projects at once? We think they're all scams. I think they're all scams too. You know, if it looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, swims like a duck, probably a duck. Probably a bunch of dirty scammers. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, so this is interesting. So another shout out here, and this one goes to Jamie. Jamie, hope you're having a great day too, man. He said, so let's say it's a rug pull. What's the price to beat? And he's not wrong. There are people who intentionally buy into scam tokens, knowing that they're a scam, but just expecting that they're smarter than other dumber people who are investing in the protocol. That sounded really mean, but in essence, that's what it is. So if it's something that you think can still pump and you think your money's sitting in there in writing and you want to try and take advantage of that, you know, it's an option. Just know that you're making your money off of scamming other people, which to me personally, I don't vibe with. That's not for me. So what else do we have? We went ahead, we pulled up the roadmap. Another major red flag for me is that there are no dates. There are no dates. There's checkboxes and a whole bunch of stuff, which is cool. There's no dates. Just like any goal, you can't achieve the goal if you don't have a date. And I believe it's because nothing's happening. Nothing's happening other than the bare minimum in order to pump the price. My 2 cents. So if you hop into YouTube and you look at StarLink, you look at StarL, you know, we have a lot of videos on this project. You know, I mentioned this in my last one. These people are either, if they think StarLink is a good investment, they are either ill-informed, paid shills, or they're ignorant. So you need to be real careful about where you get your content from, because these folks seem to be a little iffy. Oh, bro, my bad. I didn't have chat pulled up. What do we got here? Just found your channel. Subscribe. Great job you're doing. What's your opinion on 1UP, FNC, and Luxo? Haven't heard of any of them, man. I'll take a look, though. Stay tuned. I'll put something out on the channel on those. Would love to hear your opinion on Arca token in future videos. Just subscribed yesterday. Glad I found this channel. Bro, I'm glad you found this channel too. I've been running this YouTube channel since, I guess, April 2021, and it has been a grind. But I kind of feel like I've hit a little bit of a stride in reviewing these low cap tokens and, you know, kind of poking holes in what I think are scams and what aren't scams. So yeah, I'll write all those projects down and get those out in an updated video, hopefully here soon. Thanks. All right, what else we got? Oh, okay. All right, so I don't want to be like a negative Nancy on these things, right? I don't want to see like I'm calling everything a scam, because if you cry wolf, people stop listening at some point. So I am going to try and point you guys in a direction where I have been personally reading and researching, and I think it would behoove, word of the day, behoove. I think it would behoove you guys to maybe do the same. So A16Z is a venture capital firm, one of the largest in the world, and they have went hard on crypto NFT gaming. They were one of the big backers of Axie Infinity, which, yeah, don't we all wish we would have bought into that? So, you know, following their portfolio, I think could be a strategy, because on one hand, when a crypto project takes their money, takes their investment, they also get the A16Z team with it, and their connections, their ability to navigate regulations, their business savviness to actually get the protocol launched and driving and increase the value for everybody. Your returns, not financial advice, just some dude on the internet, your returns aren't going to be probably 1000x. But out of everything in the NFT gaming space, I bet it's going to be pretty darn good. And then in addition to that, they do have a game that's coming out called Blanco's Block Party. I'm not sponsored by them. I don't know much about them, other than the fact that the main team behind it looks like they have some Activision folks from Call of Duty, as well as the backing of A16Z, who goes through like a super substantial amount of vetting into these projects prior to go ahead and giving them millions and millions of their clients' dollars. So I would say that's something to look at. I'll leave a link to this down in the description down below once we wrap this thing up. And then I mentioned this in my last video too, but there is a lot of great content on the intersection of blockchain and gaming. And I know it's hard to find like the diamond in the rough amongst all the noise, but I think if you were to take the time to actually read through this thing, you're going to have such a great perception on what the future of NFT gaming can be, right? I think the overall gaming market cap is like $300 billion plus dollars, and crypto gaming, I think, is like $30 billion. So there's a huge runway, a huge amount of growth potential once we kind of unlock the user experience for new players who don't know jack about crypto, and then we're able to manage and mitigate the risks around compliance in different states or countries, especially the United States. So in saying all that, at the bottom of the article, they do go through and they list a whole bunch of different projects that support the overall burgeoning crypto NFT gaming space. So they talk about game developers, individual games. They talk about infrastructure pieces that like help manage NFTs, cross chains, blockchains that are built specifically to help support gaming, esports, metaverse, betting. Like, so if you're just here, I don't know if you've seen any of this. StarLink, scam. My name, Ryan. No autopilot YouTube channel, not financial advice, just some dude on the internet. StarLink is a scam. Don't buy it. If you have it, sell it. If you have to pay the gas fees in order to sell it, sell it. And then take a look at these documents I'm going to put down in the description of the video. And hopefully they'll put you down the path of something that'll actually make you some money, because crypto's made a lot of money for me. It's given me the opportunity to make this YouTube channel and try and get this thing off the ground instead of working a typical 9 to 5. And I wanted to try and do the same thing for you guys. So there you go. Let's see what we got. Awesome. Someone had posted your review on UFO gaming token on Reddit, which led me to your channel. Yeah, man, that was actually me. You know, I'm a YouTuber as well as a promoter of my own YouTube channel. We're still growing here. And so, you know, I also posted on Twitter. And a fun fact, if you hop over into the Telegram for UFO gaming, they are not happy about my review. They are not happy about my review. I think they had a couple folks come into the comment section and try and stir up some trouble. But I mean, it is what it is. You know, you either take my opinion or don't take it. I don't care. You know, whatever. But there you have it. So there's my review. I'm going to go ahead and upload this video in full. So it'll be up on the channel if you guys want to watch it. Complete deep dive into the StarLink token and why I feel it's a scam. Yeah. Unless you guys have any other things, any questions or whatever, then I'm going to go ahead and wrap this thing up. And all right, that's it. Hey, appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.